Well, we've got 13 games left in the season, 2 points ahead of our nearest rivals in Torquay United, with a game in hand on our third place team, Western Supermare, who are only 4 points behind us. In addition to that, today's episode is going to feature a FA Trophy matchup against Curzon Ashton and a Vanarama National South game against St. Albans City. Let's hope we can keep the pace and finish off strong. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 13 of my Taskmaster FC save. I have covered a lot of ground since you last joined me. We last took a look here at the Torquay United and Barnsley games. Since then, our form has been quite good. I would say we haven't been playing superbly, but we've been doing enough just to win most of our games here. So a 3-2 victory over Bognor Regis Town, which was quite a good victory there. Away against Folkestone Invicta, great name by the way, barely scraped out a 5-4 victory. Not thrilled with how we ended that game. I thought we were in quite good command here and just did not finish the game out very strongly. Luckily, Joe Thomas gets that goal in the 94th minute in extra time, or else we're going to extra time against a team that we do not need to be going to extra time against. A couple of 1-0, 2-0 victories here. We did end up drawing against Bath City. A big 5-0 victory over Chelmsford City. Again, another draw against Slough Town. Chippenham Town 2-1. A big 2-1 victory in the FA Trophy 4th round against AFC Fylde. A win against Aveley. Lost to Hammond in Waterlooville 3-1. Kind of derailed us at the top of the table, but we bounced back superbly with a 2-1 win against Wealdstone and a big 6-2 victory against Hampton and Richmond Borough. Today, I am bringing you the FA Trophy 5th round matchup against Curzon Ashton. They are currently 21st in the Vanarama National League North, so hopefully we can pull out a victory there today and continue our run to maybe get some silverware in this season. We'll also take on a home match against St. Albans City. As I mentioned before, we do not have much time left in the season. We are on top of the Vanarama National South, but only by 2 points. We're 4 points ahead of Western Supermare, but they do have a game in hand. If we take a look at our season stats, our player stats for the season, again, it very much is by committee. Whitcomb has actually tied Roisin Conady with goals. Sophie Duker also contributing 11 goals to the cause. 16 total goal contributions here. 12 here from Brinley Stint, 13 from Sam Campbell. Again, it has really been by committee this year. There really hasn't been one huge standout. Obviously, we've got a lot of goals up here for the players who normally play up top for us, but everybody has been contributing, and that is something that is very different than last year. I like to see this, but I also like to see having a striker that ends up putting up a goal per game. Unfortunately, we just don't have that this time around, but perhaps next season we can bring in someone who can do just that. As I mentioned before, our schedule's kind of whittling down here. We do not have that many games left in the season, so we really want to make sure that we win most of the rest of our matches, really do the best that we can to put ourselves in the best position to hopefully get promoted. Again, it is kind of an outside chance here as we've gone through the course of the season. Our season preview has changed quite extensively. 13-1, we were kind of up here in that 7-1 range. We kind of dropped down, actually down to 20-1. But I think with our good run of form and just the development of our young players in the team, we were able to get that up to 13-1. So they're expecting us to be mid-table. I really feel like we're going to be well ahead of that. I don't see us slipping down that far this season. But that being said, we're going to go ahead and move to our team selection for today. Fairly pleased with this. Kerry Godleman has not been playing particularly well at left back, so that may be something of concern that I need to take a look at here soon. I did go ahead and have a little bit of a conference warning Kerry Godleman of being in poor form, and she did mention that she was going to try to improve. That was a couple games ago, and I've not seen a significant improvement here, so that is something I will keep my eye on for this game against Curzon Ashton and not hesitate to pull the plug if need be. So our lineup very similar to the last lineup that we had. I'm not going to go through it because you can see it here and it's very similar to what we've been putting together for most of the season. We are kind of rotating Roisin Conady out of that striker role and sometimes into the attacking midfield role, again, just dependent upon the situation here. I have liked putting Josh Whitcomb up top because Whitcomb has been scoring goals and has been in very fine form lately. Not to say that Roisin Conady has not, but most of those superb performances have been from Roisin Conady being out on the wing rather than being in the striker position. So that being said, I am ready to rock and roll with this game. So let's go ahead and take on the FA Trophy 5th round matchup against Curzon Ashton. I like the fact that we have multiple different trophies we're vying for here. This is definitely one that really feel like we can continue to move forward with. I mean, obviously, if we don't, it allows us to concentrate in the league, which I certainly don't mind. But Being able to compete in a trophy where the Vanarama National South, National North are the highest tiers really gives us an opportunity to maybe bring home some hardware this year. We will just have to wait and see how the rest of these games go in order to figure that out. Obviously, we want to bring home the trophy for the Vanarama National South, and we're in pretty good position to be able to do that. At the very least, I think we're going to be able to make the playoffs this year. I've never competed in the playoffs before at this level. I'm not quite sure what to expect from the playoffs at this level, but hopefully we can maybe get promoted. Back-to-back promotions sounds really, really good as we have an opportunity there. Unfortunately, the header is just pushed wide of the Curzon Ashton keeper, and it will be a goal kick. So far, not a lot going on in this match. We're already 40 minutes in. 0-0. Really not much going on at all. Both teams playing a very cagey match, very defensive-minded. Not many opportunities on goal. Looks like possessions fairly similar. Curzon Ashton tends to take the lead there, 56% to 44%. We have had better goal-scoring opportunities. Maybe we can open up the match a little bit by being a little bit more positive in terms of our attacking mentality. I think we're the better team here today. Oh gosh, I probably shouldn't have said that. That's not going to be good. Well, disheartened, you could just take that to the bank and get better with it. I'm trying to work on my slogans here. I'm not quite sure. Do I need a catchphrase? Do I not need a catchphrase? Does Frank Skinner need to come off? The answer to that is yes. He is an old man afterwards. I mean, it was Taskmaster Series 1. We'll get Jenny Eclair in there. I think that'll be it for now. Don't like what we've done on strike. I'm going to go ahead and move this around as well. Conity up top. Let's get Joe Thomas on the wing and see what we can do here. So there's two of our substitutions. I probably won't make the third one until later on, just in case we do get another injury. Not exactly something I want to see here. Now we have an offensive highlight here. It looks like Thomas to Eclair. Eclair pumps the ball up to Sam Campbell, gets the ball into the box, gets the ball back to Thomas on the right-hand side, looking for somebody in the middle. Thomas is just going to take it himself and fires it directly at the goalkeeper. Kind of a wasted opportunity there. I really want to see a ball into the box to get a better scoring opportunity, but shot on goal is a shot on goal. We have another offensive opportunity here. Immediately turns the ball over to Curzon Ashton. They get the ball back and are looking to counterattack. And they're going to work the way from the back here. Butterworth to Albin Jones. Gets it to the right-hand side to Dugmore. Dugmore is looking to play the ball up the field. Unfortunately, cannot find anybody. Gets it back to Pasha. Like that name. Kenyon in the midfield to Green. Fortunately, Jenny Eclair there to steal the ball. Sophie Duker gets possession, moves the ball back and moves around the horn to Dravid. Dravid to Eclair. Eclair immediately turns the ball over to Allen on the Curzon Ashton team. And now they are on the offensive attack here. Dugmore to Allen on the left-hand side. He's going to curl the ball into the box. Adefope clears but not out. Allen then fires over the top of John Richardson, and we are immediately down 1-0. And a little bit of a poor defensive effort here. I think Richardson really needs to be doing better to make that save. Adefope needs to do a better job of get that out. But unfortunately falls right to the Curzon Ashton player, and he gets the ball into the back of the net. And we're down 1-0. Against a team I really feel like we should be beating. I'm going to go ahead and change to our crosses being floating. I don't really know how that helps. We are dominant in the air according to that particular statistic. I don't know if that's true or not. You know what? I'm just going to do something to fire up the team. I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to say fire up. I'm going to berate. There we go. Berate the team. You can do better. Go team. Yes, look at all those faces that are absolutely ready to go score a goal. 15 minutes left. It is still 1-0 to Curzon Ashton. And about 10 minutes left in the game. See if we can get a corner here. Jenny Tien into the box. Can't find anybody that gets the head on the ball. Duker gets it back to Eclair. Eclair works the ball back to Dravid. Really pushing up here. Dravid to Godelman. And Godelman immediately turns the ball over. The ball gets cleared out. And Dravid will retain possession in our own half. Gets it to Tien. Tien to Godelman. Crosses the ball into the box. Not sure who that was intended for. Tien's got to press that. You cannot sit back on that ball. That is a ball that Jenny Tien can get very quickly, very easily. We do retain possession here. Get the ball to Eclair. Eclair probably just going to fire it and manages to score from downtown, as they would say in basketball. That is a heck of a strike. Jenny Eclair ties this match up at 1-1 on a very unlikely goal. Eclair, looking for somebody to pass to, just says, you know what, I'm just going to do this myself. Just runs the ball in and decides to shoot from a fairly good distance out and just somehow manages to find the back of the net, beating the Curzon Ashton keeper. It is 1-1 heading into the 85th minute of this match. And I don't know if this goes to extra time, if this goes to penalties. I don't know what happens when we tie. I'm kind of hoping just straight to penalties. Yeah, that's not a terrible thing by any stretch of the imagination. So Roisin Conity, Joe Thomas, Sam Campbell, Eclair, Oh, boy. Okay. I thought we'd have this all set up already. Duker, Godleman. Let's just go in order. Jenny Tien. Can I move those two? I can. The click and drag system. Highly underrated. It's weird that John Richardson's better than Tim Kia taking penalties, but whatever. It's penalties. What can we do? Team talk. You know what? Relax. Pick your spot. Don't change your mind. You got this. Let's do this. Let's win a penalty shootout. Oh, I remember these in my hockey days. A little bit different. Roshin Kennedy scores. Good. Good to get on the board first. You always want to be the first penalty taker. You always want to get on the board. You do not want to put your team behind to start off with. Always put the pressure on the opposing team here. Kenyon and fires it past John Richardson. That's a good goal. 1-1. Looks like Joe Thomas now to take the penalty. Lovely rainy day here. Joe Thomas scores. That's good. We're staying in the lead here. John Richardson needs to make a key save here. Richardson's saved a couple penalties so far this year and fails to do so there. So it is 2-2 with penalties. Sam Campbell now to take the penalty. Season 16 champion. Gets the ball in the back of the net. Absolutely love that. Calm, cool, and collected. That's what I like to see here. John Richardson needs to get a save at some point in time. And does not do it here. It's 3-3. And I think this is going to be one of those penalty shootouts where the first goalkeeper to make a save is probably going to be the team that ends up winning this. Eclair just decides to not hit the net. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. All right, so John Richardson just needs to make a save. That's all you got to do. And won't make one there. So we need to score here in order to continue the penalty shootout. If not, then Curzon Ashton is going to the quarterfinal of the FA Trophy. If we score here, we are going to need to make a save. Richardson will need to stop the penalty in order to allow us to continue. And Sophie Duker, cool as ice, scores. Let's see if John Richardson can get in goal here, make a save, and allow us to continue into the penalty shootout. He's missed the last four. And dives the wrong way. And that ends our FA Trophy hunt, unfortunately. We were the better team this game. Unfortunately, we just did not come out on top. I'm just not happy with that result. I feel like we can do better. We need to be doing better. So I guess the only upside of this now is that we just focus in on the league. And it looks like everybody's kind of made up their missing games. I know that Western-super-Mare had a game in hand. Looks like they won that game. So they are now just 1 point behind us. 2 points behind us is Torquay United with 13 games left in the season for all three teams. So it really is a three-horse race here for the top of the table. Only one team is going to win automatic promotion to the Vanarama National League proper. We want to be that team. We do not want to end up in the playoffs here. Don't get me wrong. It looks like we're destined at least for the playoffs here. So we do have an opportunity to go up. But again, really want to make sure we get that tied down. So just keep winning games is what we need to be doing. And hopefully we'll win our next game here, which you will see here in just a moment, against St. Albans City. We're playing at home. They're 20th. This should be a game we win, hopefully fairly easily, but we'll find that out here in just a moment. Back for our second match of the episode, Chesham United versus St. Albans City in the Vanarama National South. Only one change here. I'm putting Josh Whitcomb in at attacking right midfielder. I take it back, another change as well. We're putting Roshin Kennedy back on top. So really giving ourselves a blast from the past as how we've played previously and scored so many goals in our previous season. Really excited to see how this ends up turning out, but the rest of our team looks pretty similar. Hopefully we can get a win today and continue to pressure the top of the table again. It's really a three-horse race at the top of the table to be able to win the Vanarama National South. Hopefully we are the team that ends up pulling it out. We're going to trust every player on this team to make a difference. Whether it makes them happy or not, I don't care. I trust all of you to win today, because wins are what is needed, especially at this point in the season. We only have a handful of games left. Looks like we got the corner. Godleman in, cannot connect. Looks like a rebound gets put back into the box, but still cannot connect. Dravid to Duker. Duker is just going to fire a shot that skirts over the top of the net, and that will be a goal kick for St. Albans. We immediately get another highlight as St. Albans attempts to take the ball out of their own defensive end. Gets the ball down to the right-hand field here, but Kerry Godleman ends up intercepting and getting the ball to Dravid. Dravid presses up to the midfield, Gets intercepted, but the ball ends up back at the feet of Dravid. Pushes it back up to Sam Campbell. Now Roisin Connolly ends up finding Josh Whitcomb on the right-hand side. Ball into the box. Looks like it just simply cannot connect. And that is a good interception by the St. Alban defender to clear the ball out. And that is a corner for Chesham United. Godleman to take the corner again. Connolly gets header on the ball. Unfortunately, it goes over the top of the net for another goal kick for St. Albans. Wow. What an impressive first 10 minutes there. Lots of opportunities to score. Unfortunately, nothing to show for it at this point in time. St. Albans now looking to get their opportunity to score. Header into the box. It is cleared, but not out. And St. Albans takes a 1-0 lead. And this is just... It's very weird because we've played so well throughout the season, and yet when we're playing against these teams that just aren't that good, I feel like we play our worst. You know, a good defensive play by Godleman, but nobody is marking Akanbi, and an easy tap in, and just like that, we are down 1-0. And a very frustrating start for Chesham United as we have completely dominated this game, but unfortunately one key opportunity for St. Albans. And you know how it is in football. That's all it takes. Just one good opportunity, and before you know it, you're down. And it looks like they're on the attack again. And that's just poor. That is absolutely poor defensively. Come on, you can do better than that. That is pitiful. You cannot let people get behind you like that. We've been so strong defensively this year. One of the top, if not the top defensive teams in the league. We haven't scored a ton of goals, but defensively, we have been very astute in our performances defensively. And that type of play is just not going to get us a win today, nor is that. Unfortunately, Roisin Connolly, again, playing very poorly. Very hit or miss from Roisin Connolly, and that is a disappointing effort. You really have been terrible so far. Okay, Whitcomb goes up top. Roisin Connolly gets replaced with Joe Thomas. I don't know what to do about Roisin Connolly anymore. Just good at the start of the season, but just recently just not producing anything. Had some goals against Wealdstone, had a goal against Avely, but just not consistent, and we need consistency at this level. I cannot let opportunities like this pass up. We're playing a team that is 21st in the league. We're playing a team that we need to be beating. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to a positive mentality. So we can get a little more offense here. We should be winning this game, so let's see if that produces some more high-quality goal-scoring opportunities as we need it, as we are down 1-0 heading into the second half. And from it, we get a highlight from St. Albans and just walks into the box. No defensive pressure whatsoever. Extraordinarily disappointing here. We get another corner. Jenny Tien to take the corner this time from Taskmaster Australia Season 2. Adefope can't get a header on the ball. Sophie Duker takes it, moves it in, lines up off the woodwork. Cannot buy a goal today. Some good saves and posts has prevented us from being even remotely successful today. And a disappointing effort so far from our Chesham United. Sophie Duker's apparently taking a knock. I will look at that after this corner here. Jenny Tien again in the box. Gets header on the ball. Unfortunately, just straight to the keeper. Opportunities galore, but cannot execute here. Hampered by injury. Let's get Stent on. Yeah, one more sub we can make. We'll leave that to the latter part of the half. Again, we've gone through, we've taken opportunities. We should have 2 goals by now. I know XG is not the perfect way to go through and figure out how many goals you should have scored, but realistically, this is not a good performance. Torquay United is absolutely tearing up Dorchester Town, and we can't defeat this team. Maybe we don't deserve to go up. As good as we've played today, and you know, we've been very offensively minded. We just cannot buy a goal today. I don't even know if I want to make any changes. I really don't. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Get Walker on for Adefope. Switch those, does that help? No. Okay. Confirm those changes. We'll go attacking. We'll see if we can get at least one more opportunity here, but a very disappointing set of games, to be honest with you. A very disappointing episode here as we lose again in the league, and that's just going to drop us significantly down the table. I'm going to throw a water bottle. I'm upset. I'm frustrated. Yeah, you should be angered. You should be furious. You should be furious with yourself. You've played very poorly the last couple games, and it's knocked us out of the cup. it hasn't actually, surprisingly, hasn't dropped us down too much. We're only 1 point behind Torquay United with 12 games left to play in the season. Is it enough? Do we have what's left in the bag, in the tank, to get us an opportunity to go back to the top of the table? We've got a handful of games left. I feel like I'm going to bring you back for 2 more episodes. One more probably somewhere around here, middle of March. Give you 2 more opportunities to see this team. Hopefully by this point in March, we're still close to that top of that table, but the form recently is just kind of taking a nosedive. 2 good games in there, but this isn't going to win us games, and if we can't win games, we're not going to be able to win the league. So that being said, hope you enjoyed that. If you do, make sure you subscribe if you want to see more hot Taskmaster content, Taskmaster FC content, that is. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.